going to be a longer video. That's why I did it on stream, because I'm probably not going to be able to keep it under 15 minutes to get over all the talking points that I want to get over. Um, and I'll try to keep it as short as possible, but I can't guarantee it because, like I said, it's a lot. Before I get into anything, this is going to be a roster like in review, and basically how I built this team. As you can see on the screen right now, these are the sliders that are active in this league, and they're high. 230 XP for O-line is high. It's really, really high, especially considering the fact that there's good offensive linemen that come out every draft. Now there might not be a lot of depth. You might not get 10 or 15 starters out of that initial draft class, but eventually they can be starters. 230 XP is really, really high for any position, or any skill group. Now, with wide receivers, quarterbacks, and halfbacks at 176, that's a pretty good number, to be honest. Especially for a league that, last Madden, this league literally went until July, I believe, July or August, is when we finally started to wind down and players started to drop and everything like that. But for the most part, 176 is a good number for a league that's going to last that long. 230 for DBs, that's insanely high, considering the fact that with XP this high, you literally don't have to draft good guys. You can honestly, just draft the fastest one, the ones that run the best combines, and and get away with just developing them. You know what I mean? Also in this league, commissioner does a development upgrade every season for a player. So you'll see the benefit of that I took advantage of in this league as well. I'm not gonna say I took advantage, but if it's given, I'll take it because everybody gets it. So we're gonna go ahead and slide over here to the roster, bro. Just take a look at the offense. You got 99. This is with confidence boost, obviously. 99, 98, 94, 99, 95, 85 overall tight end. Now, this guy is most likely going to be a free agent because I did fuck up on a couple contracts. One mainly being Matt Ryan, and I'll get to him later. Julio Jones is still a 99 overall. I'll go ahead and show his card real quick. I spent, I think it was 90,000 XP this offseason to get him back to 90 acceleration, which, at the end of the year, he's going to drop again back down to 88. But it is what it is, though. He's still effective this season. He's not putting up gaudy numbers, but that's, due to the fact that he's not a focused player anymore. He's not a focal point of the offense, as well as, defense is improving. At this point, year 3, everybody has like 90 zone corners and 90 zone safeties and stuff like that. So there's other ways you got to get guys open. But obviously, before shit hit the fan, he was still 97 catches, 2,000 yards, and 19 TDs, 20 TDs in the season after that, still averaging 20 yards a catch. He's pretty damn good. We're gonna slide over to the defense just so I can show you that as well. You got ringers across the board, bro. The linebacking core is the bread and butter of a 3-4 defense. You got Tack McKinley right here at 92 overall, obviously with confidence boost. He's developed nicely. He's made the Pro Bowl 2 years in a row. Last year and this season, mind you, we are in the Super Bowl stage. I'm literally about to play the Super Bowl tonight around like 7:30. So if you guys want to tune back in for the channel to the channel at that time, you'll see the Super Bowl against me and the team formerly known as the Patriots. They're now the Marshalls. But as you can see right here, but we got him up to 95 finesse move base with that 84 speed coming around the edge is really, really good. 82 strength is solid. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's year 3, the XP is that high. Why don't you have him at superstar development?" I don't need my players to develop any faster. I just need them to be good. That's it. I don't need players to develop fast. Because what I've noticed, especially with this team and the way the XP is, the higher overall your players get, obviously the better they play, but also it's more money they're asking for when it's contract time. So at this point, I think I'm going to leave Tack McKinley at 92. I'm not going to upgrade him until he signs his contract because Vic Beasley that's another pain. But as you can see right here, though, on the right, we got the high motor trait, clutch trait, strip ball, bull rush, spin move, swim move, predictable. Every trait that he could possibly have at outside linebacker, he has. This season, after making the Pro Bowl, we got him up to 82 zone because he is the guy that we typically drop in coverage because Vic Beasley is so much better at rushing the passer than Tack McKinley is. Now, don't get me wrong. McKinley, throughout this playoff run, is leading the team in sacks. I think he has 8 sacks in 3 games. No, I'm lying. 2 games. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and see it. I mean, we can do that later. But 12 and a half sacks for the season is what he has, and he's the player that drops into coverage more than anyone else. Um, we do have Jordan Hicks here. Jordan Hicks was acquired in a trade that involved Tevin Coleman, which also got me a first round pick um, in year one. But as it stands, Jordan Hicks, when I got him, he was like an 84 overall. He was, I think, 24, 25 years old. Only, I say only with air quotes, 84 speed. But the big thing about Hicks is that he's a really good coverage linebacker, and he's very overlooked by the team that had him. Now, when I got him, obviously, he wasn't 91 zone. We got him up to 91 zone, 95 pursuit, 93 play rec, 95 tackle. We just got him the big hitter trait and just got him the clutch trait this season. Those are two traits that you really want to have on your linebackers because I literally do not have to use my middle linebackers anymore because of this guy. Now, mind you, I did trade away Deion Jones, but he did not go very cheap at all. As a matter of fact, I'll go over to the team that has him, and I'll show y'all his how I developed him. And I didn't develop him to rush the passer at all. He was literally my user linebacker, and he did that shit very well. This is also the team that has a lot of speed on at linebacker, by the way. Deion Jones is right here. He's a 92 overall linebacker. Traded him in his final year of his contract. He got a nice little deal here for the Desperados. But I built him the same way as I built Jordan Hicks with 91 zone, 95 pursuit, 91 play rate, 91 tackle. That's the way I build my inside linebackers in a 3-4 defense. Now let's get back to my team here. When we get over to Vic Beasley, Vic Beasley is a gift and a curse. He's obviously a 99 overall at this point in his career, with the confidence boost, of course. He is the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Just looking at his card, bro, just looking at his card alone, he's literally the most pure pass rusher in the league. Now, cases can be made for Myles Garrett as well as Joey Bosa, who developed very, very well. Solomon Thomas too, but I'm not sure if he was developed properly, and I'm not even sure what team he's on because I think he was traded. But 88 speed, 98 finesse move, 94 power move, pursuit through the roof, play rec, everything that you could possibly want in a pass rusher. Like, he's designed, bro, to destroy right tackles. He has every pass rush move: strip ball, clutch, high motor, big hitter, bull rush, spin, and swim. And the main thing, like, I never spent any points on upgrading his development because he was just balling out so much and winning so many awards. I never really felt the need to. It got to a point where the only thing I was upgrading was stamina, and that takes like 8,000 XP to get a little notch of stamina. But that's what we were doing with his XP for the last season, because I'm not going to give my secret out, but you need stamina for how I use Vic Beasley. Let's see the DBs. Obviously, Desmond Trufant is a top tier corner. Jalen Collins was not. I believe when the league started, he was an 82 overall, bro. But because the XP is so high for DBs, and the entire first season, I had a gold medal for cover 1, cover 2, cover 3. That's the only thing I used as far as my weekly trainings. Jalen Collins was obviously a focus player. And without confidence boost, he's up to 97 man, 97 press, 93 zone coverage, 90 play rec. There's nothing your wide receivers can do to get open on these guys, period, bro. Like, if I play man and if I'm in man coverage, now I play man a lot because of my corners. I know how to play man. I know how to proper shading techniques and stuff like that. So even when somebody tries to take, Jalen Collins over the top, like if you got a 97 speed wide receiver, and that's all he is speed. He's not 99 route run, 99 release. He's not beating Jalen Collins, period. And he lines up on the left side, so you got your number one receiver over there, and you're wondering, like, why the fuck can't I beat Jalen Collins, bro? And we're playing on All-Pro, by the way. This is an All-Pro league. League was switched to All-Pro after, the whole All-Madden debacle. And, it was never, they decided not to switch to All-Madden because they felt the difference in gameplay was very minimal, so they just kept it on All Pro. Now, when we move over here to Desmond Trufant, he's also 97 man, 94 zone, 90 play rec. He has the agility though. Like Desmond Trufant has more versatility than Jalen Collins does, but he literally just plays that right side corner. I don't move my corners around at all. There's no need to, especially in base sets. If I'm in the 3-4, I just leave them exactly where they are. When I go to the nickel, I get a little bit more, I guess fancy. Because when I go to the nickel, I actually move my free safety into the nickel. And he was actually drafted as a corner, but I have him playing that safety just because of the way that I play. The way that I play nickel and dime, I use my free safety in the nickel and dime. And I also have DeMonte Kazee, who was actually, on the roster. He was a little older. I think he was a 24-year-old rookie, but he's developed nicely as well. He's got that 91 zone, which is basically the upper echelon of reaction time. 91 zone coverage there, 88 speed. The thing I like about him is his 78 catching, 77 spec catch, 74 catching traffic. That's insane for a DB to have. And for the most part, I had him actually playing nickel in his first 2 seasons. He was actually my starting free safety because I didn't have another option. Now, I was lucky enough in this past draft to get this guy right here, Rodriguez Goodwin. I believe I drafted him late. I think I drafted him with my pick, 32nd overall, I believe. There it is. 32nd overall. This guy dropped in the draft just because of his speed. He didn't run like a 4.3 40, so he was overlooked. He did have like a B plus man coverage rating, I believe it was, and like B minus for zone. But as it stands, bro, 97 acceleration is fucking phenomenal. Especially the way that I use him, because I blitz him out of the nickel. He plays man out of the nickel. He plays zone out of the nickel, of course, obviously. He's got 81 press, which he redirects receivers very, very well. 92 jumping, bro. Like, he's literally the prototypical slot DB. 97 acceleration, bro. He jumps routes like it's no tomorrow. And a lot of times I do user him a lot when I'm in base sets. So when I'm in 3-4, I use my my free safety as opposed to my middle linebacker, and I make plays like that in the run game and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at his stats real quick. I think he has 6.5 sacks, 8 TFLs, 1 interception, 12 pass deflections though, and no TDs. But as a 32nd overall pick, that's not bad, bro. That's not bad at all. He's not gonna make the Pro Bowl or anything crazy like that. But my team actually does not. I think we're in the bottom half of the league, middle of the road to the bottom half in terms of interceptions, just because of the sheer amount of sacks that we get, bro. Vic Beasley, bro. Let's go ahead and show you his stats real quick, man. It's insane. It's insane. Trust me. 2016 stats are not in the game for whatever fucking reason, but I think he had 15 sacks in 2016, the year that the Falcons made the Super Bowl in real life. Year 1, 21 sacks. 6 pass deflections, which I was dropping him in the coverage a little bit more back then, obviously because I didn't have, he wasn't built up the way he is. I think he was an 88 overall by the time year 1 ended. And like after the yearly awards, after winning Defensive Player of the Year, Best Linebacker, he led the league in sacks that year as well. With 30, I think he had like 50,000 XP. I put it all in power move and finesse move, bro. That's all I did. I wanted to build him to be exactly what he was bred and drafted to be, which is a pass rusher. Next year, 23.5 sacks. Defensive Player of the Year, leads the league in the NFC in sacks, not the league. Bosa led the league in sacks, I think with 24, 25. This year, leads the NFC in sacks, 22.5 sacks, 14 TFLs, 1 pick. He also has 5 forced fumbles this year. Insanely amount. That's a really good amount as far as getting strip sacks, bro. Like, and it's situational, but you turn on that aggressive strip ball couple that with the fact that he's destroying any right tackle. Every now and then you get a face mask put on the cornerback, but it's worth the risk sometimes, considering the fact that we're always up in games. I literally have not lost a game since I lost the year 1 Super Bowl. And that's just insane. It's a lot of people that, like want to play me. They want to, test their skill against this team, but Probably not the best practice. Devontae Campbell did not play until this season when I traded Deion Jones, but he's a solid player. 85 speed, 87 tackle, 90 pursuit. Play rec is pretty decent at 86. Um, he's just a guy that I might use her now a little bit more just because my safety is up to par now. He's up to that 90 plus zone, 90 plus man threshold, which I like. Um, and yeah, I pretty much don't have to use her my safety anymore. He's not a liability anymore. He's not a rookie, so to speak. Um, here's my proudest moment is the year one draft when I took this offensive lineman. So I had the 10th pick in the draft. That trade for Tevin Coleman. This is the offensive lineman I took in the first round. He was drafted with 86 strength. Spent the entire second season again developing offensive line. And he just became the most overpowered left guard in the game, bro. 73 speed, 82 acceleration. I've got his strength up to 88. He's made back-to-back Pro Bowls. 98 pass block by default, 94 run block by default, 98 impact block, 89 awareness. You don't get much better than that. He was drafted as a left tackle, moved to left guard because obviously I have Jake Matthews. But that was a very, very, very proud moment. Also in that draft, second round, 31st overall pick, this guy was drafted. Also a starter. But he came with 88 strength. I did upgrade his acceleration because I think 80 acceleration is like that number that you really need on those like power plays and tosses and stuff like that. 74 speed, 87 awareness, 90 impact block, 90 pass block, 95 run block. He's that guy. He's going to be playing center for me next year because I believe Alex Mack is probably going to retire. And if he doesn't, he's gone. I'm not paying him again. Schrader is also, Welsh can also play outside. 6'4", 313 pounds. He's probably going to be the replacement for Ryan Schrader. If he regresses past to 83 strength, I might just play him just to see how he plays. And if it's not up to par what I like as far as in the run game, I will be trading him for a late pick. Maybe 5th round, 6th round. Doesn't matter. I don't need him. I have Kerry Wells just sitting here on the bench. Wide receivers, bro. The funny thing about drafting wide receivers, and it's like you're taking a shot in the dark because you really only go enough combine numbers and the top 3 traits. What you don't really know about wide receivers is their elusiveness and ball carrier vision. I looked up with this guy. I drafted him, I believe, in the 5th round, bro. You can see his numbers right here. 87 catches, back-to-back seasons, 23 touchdowns in his first 2 years. For the most part, he started out his rookie year as a kick and punt returner. Made the Pro Bowl, obviously because of his passing numbers, but if I would have kept him on special teams, he probably would have made it as well because he's averaging 14 yards per punt, 23 yards per kick. He does have a kick return touchdown, but that was literally off an onside kick. That shit was insane. It was a hell of a play. I might still have that saved. I might go ahead and upload that for you guys as well. But yeah, he's actually ran the ball a couple times, scored on a wide receiver quick once this year. 87 catches back-to-back seasons, bro. You really can't deny that shit, bro. He's the future of this team on offense, to be completely honest. Now, if you look at his numbers, he's made the Pro Bowl twice, led the league in receptions twice. Because like I said, with the XP being that high for DBs, it's tough getting yards out here, bro, because there's so many players over 90 zone that, you really got to, take the underneath stuff, and that's a lot of times what Benson is running, is underneath stuff, because Julio's running the deep shit. Just taking a look at his numbers, bro, his player card, 86 release is by default, 96 catching, 92 route run, 90 spec catch, 90 catch in traffic. The thing that sets him apart is that 95 agility, 89 elusiveness, 91 ball carrier vision. He's got 90 juke, 65 stiff arm. I think he has 90 spin move as well, if I'm not mistaken. So far, he only has the run after catch trait, which is all I really need for him right now. Because, like I said, he's running a lot of drags and slants, hitch routes and stuff like that. So I really don't want him to do any possession catches at all. I really want him to catch the ball and go. Because that's what he's good at. He's got really good ball carrier vision, really good carrying. He's that guy on underneath stuff, bro. This guy was drafted this offseason. 95 speed guy just to replace Taylor Gabriel, who was traded for a second and third round pick next season, which is really good depth building picks because I traded him. He was still 95 speed, 26 years old, so he was going to have that 95 speed for at least 2 more seasons. So that was a good depth building pick. A second and third in the following year's draft, not this one coming up, was pretty fair. And I actually traded him to the team I'm playing in the Super Bowl. That's interesting. I just realized that. But this guy, not really, making too many plays on the offense. But he has caught a couple deep passes. He has 2 touchdowns, 7 catches, 143. Pretty solid. For the 5th wide receiver on the depth chart. You know what I mean? This guy was picked up this year as well. I believe he might have been picked really, really late as well. Let me see. You can see his numbers right there. 7th round, 32nd overall, the final pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. There it is, bro. Mr. Irrelevant, 42 catches, 500 yards, and 4 TDs. Pretty fucking good. I really wanted this guy to be the primary kick and punt returner, but he got injured early in the season, and he was since knocked off of that depth chart. And I really played him more as wide receiver number 3, probably since about week 8. And he's been doing solid there. Like I said, his numbers are great for the last pick in the draft. 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 92 agility. His release is up. His catching is solid at 80. Elusiveness, ball carrier vision, also really good. 92 juke move, 68 stiff arm. His spin move, I believe, is 80, which kind of sucks. But he's a solid player, bro. He's got good, decent impact block at 50. So he's a decent blocker on like bubble screens and stuff like that. He's one of those do-it-all type of players, bro. Another player that was drafted very well. And like I said, it was like a shot in the dark. 7th round, last pick. Why not just take a wide receiver and see if he gets something good? Now this guy right here, kind of a disappointment, but not really. He's got 90 spec catch right now. 6'3", 89 jump. The only thing that kills him, bro, is his 85 speed. And I had a situation in a playoff game where I was playing the 15-1 Lions. It was leading the league in offense, bro. Like, it was insane. I actually threw him. He was subbed in because I have my auto subs to where if my guys go below, I think it's 76 stamina, backups come in. He comes in, gets off the line. It was a baseline press defense. Put him on a fade. He gets to the boundary, but because his 85 speed comes into play, the cornerback was able to catch up with his 94 speed and pick me off. But it is what it is, though, man. It was another little learning moment there. But he does have a possession catch and aggressive catch. Drop passes is probably the next trait we're going to try to get rid of there. But 50 run block and 53 impact block is also solid numbers, bro, for this big receiver, 6'3". Solid strength as well, I believe. If it's on this card, I can't even see it. Not seeing it. Oh, well, fuck it. But yeah, he's solid. Julio is Julio. Let's see what else here, bro. I mean, I guess I could go over the stats. I have not gotten to my D-line, bro. That's insane. All right. So, year 1 draft. Obviously, everybody knows the Falcons roster, bro. Everybody knows that they have one of the fastest linebacker cores in the entire league. Off rip. You got Beasley at 88. You got Deion Jones at 89. Takk McKinley at 84. Campbell at 85. Duke Riley was 88. That's a lot of speed, right? So I didn't really need any linebackers. And I'm saving the best for last. Yes, I know Keanu Neal has not been touched yet. I'm saving the best for last, bro. With the second pick in the first draft, we take Julian Barnett. On up being quick development, bro. 82 acceleration, 77 speed, 6'3", 287 pounds. When I took him, I was like, I was excited. I'm happy as shit. I'm like, bro, I could probably move him to outside linebacker if I need to. He can play that kind of like Pernell McPhee role like he did with the Ravens. Play inside, outside, linebacker, D-end, D-tackle, everywhere, right? Very, very, very versatile player. And he has a lot of upside still. He came with big hitter. I got him high motor and bull rush. And pretty much spent the entire second season developing D-line and linebackers. Kind of neglected my DBs because I didn't need to upgrade them any more than what I already had. So we spent the entire season developing Julian Barnett, and the next player I'm going to go over with you guys. His play record is at 80, and he's only, what, 23 years old? Yeah, 23 years old. His play record is already at 80. Pretty much, he's going to be a 99 overall player in maybe 2 seasons, 3 seasons, if that. So by the time he's up for a contract, he's literally going to be like the cream of the crop, bro. Like, it's no secret. Now looking at his numbers, he was injured in his rookie season. I think he missed 3 or 4 games. But he came back stronger and better than ever the next season. 6.5 sacks as an interior pass rusher is it's damn good, bro. 6.5 sacks, 12 TFLs, bro. 12 of them things. You got a forced fumble and a fumble recovery and a safety. All really good numbers, bro. And like I said, he was picked with the 21st pick in the first draft. That's a very, very, very good pick, especially considering the fact that he's playing with the rest of the players that's around him. Now the next player I'm going to show you guys, bro, Harvey Hardy, was drafted with the 31st pick in the draft, which is my pick. 31st overall. Did not expect for this to happen. Drafted as a superstar development player, bro. 6'6", 286 pounds. He's basically J.J. Watt minus 16 strength. Minus 16 strength, that's a lot. But for the most part, bro, being at 23 years old and superstar development, I could not be any more happy with this pick than what I was, bro. The fact that he has 88 stamina as well, like he's always on the field. He never leaves the field. Sometimes Julian Barnett with his 77 stamina does get subbed out, but Harvey Hardy is almost always on the field. 82 acceleration to 73 speed is not great, but the 80 agility as interior defensive line is awesome. He was drafted with 88 power move, and I believe like 70 something finesse move. Obviously, we've upped that. Like I said, his entire rookie season, we developed D-line and linebacker, and it paid off tremendously. His hit power is not high, but he came with big hitter, which he does get big hits. He actually had him and Julian Barnett forced a fumble on a fullback dive in the playoff game, which was pretty dope. How that happened, but yeah, bro, 86 tackles by default, 91 block shed, 95 power move, 91 finesse move. And the thing, let's go ahead back here real quick. One of the main things that really stand out and what makes D-line dominant, and it's something that I don't think a lot of people are really like upgrading on their players, bro. I have to go to edit players so you can see it, but there's a rating in here called impact block. Okay, impact block has always been used for offense, and it's never really used for defense. But this year, bro, they implemented impact block. If I can fucking find that shit. All right, fuck it. I'm just gonna go the other way. Impact block. What impact block does, it allows your guys to blow up blockers and stay on their feet. Basically meaning when you're in run defense and you're wondering why your guys are getting blown off the ball, and like your D-line is getting pushed back, and it feels like there's nothing they can do. It's always going to be a 2-yard gain no matter what. If you upgrade impact block, bro, increase impact block to blow up the blocker and stay on your feet when engaged in the block. That is the best way to defend stretch, because it's a double team. Your D-line is getting double teamed, whether that's your nose guard or your like the guy that's lined up directly over the center, or the guy that's lined up between the center and the guard. They're gonna get double teamed in zone runs. That's inside zone, outside zone. When you have impact block, they can fight through those double teams and stay on their feet. And a lot of times they make the plays off of those double team blocks. I noticed this obviously when I'm going through and upgrading my players. I'm looking at all these ratings like, what the hell, like impact block? That's insane. Like, why would I do that? And I read it and I'm like, yo, that's actually fucking smart. And then what I really realized, and this is the reason why I have Dontari Poe in 2 leagues, and I paid him I think $80 million in my other league. In this one, he was only 50, because he was already on the team. But Dontari Poe has, I think it was 94 impact block. When initially with the team, it's 95 now. But hit that 95 impact block, bro, I would never see him on his back ever, bro, ever. You know how when you get double team in like pass protection, when you go, I think the play is called 3-4 odd. Cover 4 drop show 2, where you have your 2 DNs that are going to go in QB contains, and your defensive tackle is the only guy that's rushing the passer. He's the only guy pushing the pocket, and every time he gets double teamed, guaranteed, he never falls on his back from a double team because of his 95 impact block. Now, if the offensive line is like, like Cowboys offensive line or my offensive line with this team, that may be true. If the guys are just that much more dominant than defensive linemen, but for the most part, you're not going to get up against 99 offensive linemen every day. So 95 impact block. That's what really led me to start, investing in that in my defensive players. And I believe Barnett he's more of, I mean, you can really say that either one of these guys, Barnett as well as Hardy, can play inside or outside. But I actually play Barnett more inside than I do outside because Hardy has swim move and spin move, which is more effective on the outside than just bull rush with that, which is what I have with this guy here. He's up to 94 impact block, which is, like I said, another really good number to have. I think I might just go ahead and push him to 95, after the season. But yeah, man, that's the first draft, bro, and it went really, really well. And like I said, this past draft, we picked up a couple guys on offense, a couple receivers, I think 3 wide receivers, because we had plans to move Taylor Gabriel as well as Julio Jones potentially, and we wanted to have a nice little insurance plan in place for when they did. I had to develop these guys before they left, so that I'm not stuck with 73 overall wide receivers the next season. Now, Matt Ryan is obviously a 2-time MVP. Let's take a look at his numbers. 2-time MVP in this league. Like I said, the first season was played on All Madden. Even on All Madden, bro, 4,900 yards, 41 touchdowns, 22 picks is a lot, 45 sacks is a lot. Still completed 70% of passes for 11.3 a clip. The next season, another MVP season. This is the first season we played on All Pro. 52 touchdowns, 12 picks. 38 sacks is still high, but, you can't really go wrong with 52 touchdowns and 12 picks, especially when you're throwing the ball as much as I did, even completing 77% of our passes. Now, start of this season, expectations are high. Matt Ryan is starting to regress, but he's still very, 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 very effective. He gets injured in week 3. So he played the first 2 games. Goes to 300 yards a game, 2 TDs, 1 pick. Things are looking good. He gets hit, goes out with an injury. Now, I said this in the beginning of this video when I showed you guys the XP sliders. The commissioner of this league, he gives out a development upgrade, whether that's from slow to normal, normal to quick, quick to superstar. He gives out one of those every season to a player of your choice. Before the draft, because you can't do it to a player that's drafted that year. It's got to be somebody that's on your roster already that you already had on your team. Now, year 1, I signed Christian Hackenberg. He was in free agency as like a 65 overall quarterback, right? Obviously, I signed him because he has a lot of potential. I actually liked Hackenberg when he was in Penn State. I just felt like, like after the coach left, the coach for the Texans right now, after he left, his career pretty much went to shit. Still drafted pretty high. He has a lot of potential. He has the arm. He has the talent. He has the brain. It's his mechanics that just need work. Now, like I said, he was drafted as a 65 overall, picked up as a 65 overall. And because I knew that there would be a development upgrade every year for a player that's already on your roster, we took advantage of that. Year 1, he was on my team year 1. Obviously, year 2, he went from slow, which is his normal development, to normal. And this season right here, he was upgraded from normal to quick. Now, what that really does, bro, is it gave me a little bit of a security blanket. Should Matt Ryan retire after this season or after next season, which he was only under contract for 2 more years. So this season and then next season, and then Matt Ryan's completely done with his contract. Now, what happened after Matt Ryan got injured? Christian Hackenberg and the dink and dunk offense, bro. The dink and dunk offense worked perfectly for him. Immediately after with the quick development trait, we went to short accuracy all the way. Just short accuracy, get that up to about 85, 90. I think 85 was what we rocked with for the bulk of the season. Matt Ryan was injured for 6 entire weeks, bro. 6 weeks he was out. It was very frustrating at first with Hackenberg because my offense wasn't, clearly as good as it could be. Um, but we weathered the storm. A couple situations, couple games that were close this season. We actually did bring Matt Ryan back in relief of Hackenberg, um, which technically should happen if your young quarterback is struggling. Bring in the guy who's won MVP 2 years in a row, and and get the job done, get the win. But we're gonna take a look at Hackenberg's stats though. Um, Not gaudy, but it's pretty damn good. 4,200 yards, 39 touchdowns, 13 picks, 32 sacks. Now that's in I think 14 starts. No, 13 games and 14 starts. Obviously, it says 16 because he was quarterback too, but for the most part, 13 starts, 14 games is what he played. To have those numbers, bro, like that's pretty damn good considering the fact that he only had 85 short accuracy and I believe 80 mid and 76 or 77 deep. Pretty damn good, bro. Also averaging 5.4 yards a carry and only 3 fumbles, and he took 32 sacks. That's pretty phenomenal. Pretty fucking phenomenal, bro. And obviously at the end of the year, he won some awards. Got himself a nice chunk of XP. I believe he won. He didn't win MVP, I don't think. Well, obviously I can't see that shit, which sucks. But he didn't win MVP, but he did win Quarterback of the Year. I think Offensive Player of the Year, but he didn't win MVP, which sucks. Because that was another 30,000 XP I could have used probably on play action and throw on a run. But as it stands, he's at 79 deep, 90 short, 90 mid. And I got his awareness up because I think awareness is what triggers those wild overthrows on drag. So we got him up to 84 awareness, which should serve its purpose. And for the most part, bro, he's at this point a really good starter. He's not MVP yet, but he's a really good starter. He's not going to miss as many throws as he was during the season after winning all those awards. And that 95 throw power cannot be denied, bro. Especially when you're playing against, like I said, like 90 plus zones all across the board now. Really quick, this little developmental guy, rookie. I don't even think I drafted him. I might not have drafted him. He might have been picked up on free agency. Yeah, he was. But he was discarded by another team, picked in the 3rd round. Oh, as a matter of fact, I picked him, 32nd overall pick. But I think I put him on practice squad, and then obviously when Matt Ryan got injured, I activated him. So there's that. He's going to be a solid backup, to be honest. He's probably going to be my backup quarterback for the duration of this franchise. Because I'm just going to sit here and develop him, bro. Like, he's 87 throw power is really not that bad. You just can't fit those tight throws. You can't fit those fades down the sideline and cover 2. That's the only throw he can't make. He can still throw the comeback. He can still throw the deep out. He's just not going to be fitting it in there. You know what I mean? He's not going to be laser focused like, he's not going to be Brett Favre, But for the most part, he's pretty damn solid. He did get in one game, I believe, this season. Completed a pass, and that's it. No sacks. Completed 1 pass out of 6, and ran the ball once for 3 yards. But that's all. He's a rookie quarterback. 87 throw power. Not really trying to do too much with him. Now for the pride and joy of this team is Mr. Keanu Neal. As you can see right there, he's a 99 overall. Don't need no confidence boost. He's just a straight up and down, no other way to say it, 99 overall. 2-time defensive back of the year. Pro Bowl 2 years. Bro, look at this card. Look at this card, bro. This is not fair. This is what makes my defense so great. Is the fact that I have a 95 zone, 95 man, 95 awareness, 95 play rec, 95 pursuit, 96 hit power, safety in the middle of my defense. In cover three, there's nothing going down the seam, bro. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro. Hit power, clutch, strip ball, big hitter. There's absolutely nothing going down the seam. And people wonder why it's so like not fair to play me. It's because of him. It's because of him. Yes, the outside corners are great to have, bro. The outside corners are marvelous in man coverage with the proper shading techniques. They're marvelous in zone coverage, in cover two, in cover four. But when you are in cover three, the easiest defense to expose an entire game, over the top, underneath, sidelines. If he's in a purple, you're not throwing near him, bro. If he's in a deep blue, you're not throwing down the seam. Yes, he only has 87 speed, but guess what that 95 play rec and 95 zone does, bro? It breaks on everything, even on All Pro. On All Pro, we're talking about all Madden before this last patch reaction time on All Pro with this guy right here, bro. It's literally it's night and day when you think about safeties that are playing across the league. There's nobody like him, bro. There's nobody like him. In other leagues, I've seen 99 zones, 90 play rec guys, but in this league, there's literally nobody like him. And as you can see, in his first 2 years, I was sending him on a little bit of blitzes. I actually sent him on a blitz in this playoff game, this last playoff game against the Lions. I was 16-0, he was 15-1. I sent him on a blitz, which was rare, not in the scouting report. I sent my 95 zone, 95 play rec guy on a blitz in a passing down. And he got a sack fumble on a quarterback, lit him up, bro. 60 tackles, only one TFL. He does not play in the box anymore. 8 picks, 158 yards, 21 pass deflections as a safety, bro. 9 catches allowed, obviously, because, people, fair sims and force wins and stuff like that. Only 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, but that was returned for a touchdown. Now, his touchdowns have been going down every year, but, for the most part, I don't give a damn when you have 21 pass deflections, my guy. 21 pass deflections. Bro, there's nothing you're throwing near this man at all. 8 picks to go on. That's 29 balls that he effectively affected himself. Not to count all the other hits on underneath receivers when he's in a curl flat or cloud flat or hard flat. Bro, like, he's literally the best DB I've ever had in the entirety of playing Madden. And I've played with Ed Reed back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, that's just insane, bro. And as good as Jalen Collins and Desmond Trufant are, they pale in comparison, bro. Like, the amount of plays that they're gonna make and the amount of plays that Keanu Neal makes is far in between, bro. Like, Collins has 20 pass deflections, yes, because people put their number 1 wide receiver on streaks and think that they're gonna fucking take my 91 speed or 92 speed, 90 speed actually, cornerback over the top. But that's not gonna happen. Desmond Trufant plays the right side of the field. He's 92 speed, 97 agility. You're not throwing the ball near him, bro. He's 94 zone by default without the confidence boost. 99 man with the confidence boost, bro. Like, that's insane. But yeah, man. After all of that, I'm gonna show you guys the little developmental guys that I have on the roster. We don't have any developmental DBs besides one, as far as cornerbacks go. Marcus Daniels is pretty solid, not great agility. He's really more of a safety than he is a corner. And obviously he's up to 90 zone now. Let's see if we can actually get him to 91, because I think that's the magic number here. We can. Let's go 91 zone. And let's start to upgrade that play rec. So basically, he's going to be another rotational safety. And this is just, like I said, a developmental guy that I literally have spent little to no effort with. He's just playing special teams at the moment. He's got high motor trait, which is what I got him so far. But like I said, that's another 6th or 7th round pick. That's just literally just building on the bench, bro. That's all he's doing, building on the bench. Demonte Kazee is there. Hendrickson is a guy that I picked up in free agency. I was wondering why is this 74 overall, 84 speed linebacker? Well, he was actually DN. Why is he just sitting here, bro? Like nobody wants this 85 finesse move guy. Like nobody. 89 acceleration. I got him high motor. I think he came with spin and swim, but I haven't touched anything else after that. But another insurance plan should I decide to let Beasley walk this season. Um, Here's the, I guess, heir apparent at this moment. He's the heir apparent to Vic Beasley should he decide to play for another team next season. Um, 87 speed. I believe he has 88 acceleration. Yes, he does. 87 speed, 88 acceleration, 78 strength. His agility is not high. But the main thing about this guy right here, bro, is that he's 21 years old. I drafted him in the second round. Obviously, when I franchise tagged Vic Beasley, I knew I was going to have to find his replacement soon, and I knew I was not going to have a top pick because my team is so good and I was making the playoffs every year. So I knew I was going to have to reach on a guy early, but not too early. If it wasn't there in round one, I was like, I'm perfectly fine with picking this guy up in round two. And that's what we did. So we picked up a 21-year-old with 87 speed. We got him up to 87 finesse moves so far, which is not bad. Not bad at all. He has been on my focus training list the entire season at linebacker number 2. But he's not earning a lot of XP. I think he's getting about 1,500, if that. No, maybe not. I didn't do linebackers this past week. I did, I think, punt block. So linebackers wasn't in there. But that's our heir apparent to Vic Beasley. Currently, he's playing behind Tack McKinley because I like him coming off the right edge more. And Daloiso is the backup to McKinley, to Beasley. Only because I like the combination of having finesse move on the left and power move on the right. Power move on the right, basically, if they try to scramble with their quarterback, it's a little bit better to have power move on the right-hand side of a right-hand quarterback. That's what I found, at least. And this guy was also another late-round pick. Just, building depth for pass rusher. He actually wound up being pretty damn good. 80 speed is not great. It's not ideal. But I also play in a league with the Cardinals, and Chandler Jones does work with 80 speed, bro. He's also got 81 strength, which is also identical to Chandler Jones. 85 acceleration, also identical to Chandler Jones. So I felt that this was a nice pickup for this team as far as building depth. And so far this season, we've got him to high motor, strip ball, bull rush. And I believe he came with big hitter, which is like the only trait that fucking defensive players come with in the draft, which is dumb. But one of the main things I do like about this guy is 94 stamina. 94 stamina is really good, especially when you're using an aggressive pass rush. The longer your guys can stay on the field and stay at a high motor with 94 stamina, that's obviously the better. For the most part, we got him up to 86 power move. Like I said, I like to have that like yin and yang from the left to the right. So left side finesse move, get around the left tackle, force the guy into the right tackle. I mean the outside linebacker on the left side. It's just one of those things where it's like back in the day when you think of Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. Freeney with the spin move and then Mathis with the swim. It was one of those like really good combinations, those really good tandems. You think Terrell Suggs and Elvis Dumerville, that year where they had 30 sacks between the two of them. You got the bull rush from Suggs and the swim and spin from Dumerville, It was just one of those, like, catch 22, But that's the type of deal we got going on here with these two young guys. And I'm going to do the unthinkable in this video, which is show my draft board. So hopefully anybody that's watching this that's in my league does not see this shit. Because I'm pretty much going to, spill the beans as far as who we're looking at as far as drafting. But I can say that because of the fact that I'll go ahead and show you guys what pick we have. And I'll show you how we got this pick as well. Last season, the Titans made the playoffs. The Titans were looking for offensive linemen in the offseason. And, I traded him 2 offensive linemen for his first round pick. And I traded him those 2 players because 1, I didn't need them. 2, they were built up, and I felt like I can get a first round pick for them. Now, I wasn't looking to get a top pick. I was just looking to get a mid to late round pick. He had made the playoffs the prior season. So he sent me his first round pick, and he wound up fucking tanking this season. I think he went on vacation or took a break from the league or something like that. He's one of that's a top 5 pick, bro. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the players that I sent to the Titans for that first round pick. And it's not a bad trade per se. Um, if I can find the offensive lineman here, let's see. I know it's not left tackle. Let's see. Where did he move him? He actually moved Seaton to center. That's interesting. But that's one of them. Daniel Brunskill, I think, is one. Yeah. So for whatever reason, I guess he wanted to get younger on his offensive line, and I had guys. This is my backup right tackle, and he's 260 pounds, which sucks. But the way I used him at the goal line. So I would sub out my tight end number 1, which was Austin Hooper, who's not a great run blocker. And I would sub him in at the goal line, and he would play tight end for me because he was like 260 pounds, 80 strength. Why not put him back at, just put him at tight end in the goal line formations? And he would lead the way on fucking power O, you know? So obviously, like I said, the little glitch in the game where if your offensive line makes the Pro Bowl, your entire offensive line makes the Pro Bowl. So my backup offensive line was making the Pro Bowl. My backup right tackle went to quick development, and I just used all the XP on impact block and run block because that's all I used him for. You know what I mean? 85 awareness as well. So I got him, and then Brad Seaton was my backup right guard. And for right guard, I primarily used him as a pass blocker because you're in a 4-3 defense. Your right guard is defending while blocking DT number 1. That's who you need to have blocking DT number 1. In passing situations, you want to make sure he's above 90 pass block. So I traded him Seaton, which is a 76 overall center, obviously because he only has 59 awareness. I traded him Seaton and Brunskill for his first round pick. Now that was a projected late first round pick, to be honest. But he got 2 players there, one with quick development, and the other one at normal with 90 plus pass block. Like I said, he tanked this season. I don't know where the fuck he went. He went MIA, bro. But we have the 4th overall pick in his coming draft, and we're gonna look to use that to basically replace Vic Beasley. Now, according to draft lore, the only players to go in the top 5 are quarterbacks and cornerbacks. Now, when we look at the available players here, you can obviously see that there's a 6'4" cornerback and a 6'3" cornerback. Those are almost guaranteed to go 1 and 2, no matter what their combine, not combine, but what their overall top 3 ratings are. They're almost always guaranteed to go 1 and 2, right? Quarterback. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks with a first round grade. Obviously, I didn't scout too many quarterbacks because, Matt Ryan and Hackenberg. But there's 5 quarterbacks listed with first round grades. This one is a mobile guy, so he's probably going to go number 1 overall, if not a corner. So that's what? If I'm picking 4th, I'm almost guaranteed to get either one of these guys. I'm almost guaranteed to get either one of these. I'm perfectly fine with either one. Perfectly fine with either one, bro. B plus power move, 23 years old. B plus power move, B plus pursuit, 22 years old. I'm almost guaranteed to get either one of those guys right there, bro. I could not be more prepared to let Vic Beasley walk right at this point, bro. It's insane. And then there's I'm sure he won't last. He's gonna run a really good combine. He's probably gonna run like a 4.5 40, 4.4. As well as that guy. This guy right here with his B plus hit power, he's gonna go early as well. Here's the other pass rusher that I might think about picking up, and actually moving him to inside linebacker if he does last that long. But yeah, 6'3", 254 pounds would be a nice, big, fat-ass load to put at middle linebacker, bro. And then I can get a little bit more creative with my inside blitzes, like crossfire blitzes and was it Mike Scrape 3 and, all that type of stuff, man. Get a little creative with that as well. So it'll be interesting, man. This draft is going to be interesting. I have no problem taking these 2 linebackers. early. Like, yeah. And there, I'm not going to show all the depth, but there's the top five corners that, like I said, I'm picking in the top five. The top five corners are on the board there. I'm pretty sure these two are going to go in the top five. You know, maybe these two go a little later because they're zone base. But for the most part, man, yeah, I think I'm pretty good with whoever falls to me. Um, at the fourth pick, I highly, sincerely doubt that both of these guys are gone. If not, either one of them will be gone. Like I said, bro, in these online 32-man online leagues, cornerback and cornerback go so early every time, with good reason. You know, if you see a 6'4" corner with 95 speed, take him, because he's not gonna last out of the top five. Oh damn, I kind of just showed my next plan here. So fourth round grade halfback, Devontae Freeman's getting a little older. Late first round, he might be my guy. Not gonna lie. That elusiveness does kind of suck though, but nah. I mean, who else you taking here? Nobody at all. But I don't think there's anybody that needs a halfback at this point. But yeah, there's that, man. I think that's pretty much it for the video, bro. I will, as a last hoorah for this video that's probably been going on for an hour. It's fucking insane. I will go over my picks, and like I said, how I got them. First round pick to Tennessee, I already showed y'all that. Austin, I believe that's the Desperados. First round pick, second round pick this year. First round pick, second round pick next year. All for Deion Jones. All for Deion Jones. Now, this league does not have a trade committee. I've told the commissioner, yo, you need a trade committee because, yeah, I'm reaping folks out here, bro. So pretty much this team is set up so well for the future. It's set up so well for the post Matt Ryan, Julio Jones era. Hackenberg is the future. He's under contract for 6 more seasons. Signed to a really low deal. He was signed 7 years when he was a fucking 68 overall, 65. So he's going to be cheap production. We got 3 first round picks, 3 second round picks, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, which is not even mine, so it's an earlier pick. Next season we got 2 1s, 3 2s, 2 3s, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's gonna be hard not to miss on these picks, man. Not gonna lie, bro. It's gonna be hard not to miss on these picks. I mean, it's gonna be hard not to hit on these picks, just because it's so many. You know, I have so much room for error. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks in the first 2 rounds. 6 picks in the first 2 rounds. You know how much depth I can build with that, man? Like I said, bro. The only thing we're looking for in this upcoming draft is pass rusher. Maybe I'll take the halfback early, first round. And then we're gonna start looking for DBs, man. We're gonna start looking for corners that are coming late. We're gonna look for another offensive lineman, which I think we do have a few scouted. And like I said, with 3 picks in the first round, I'm almost guaranteed to have one fall to me because there's so many skill position players that are gonna go early. Like there's 6 quarterbacks here, bro. There's 6 quarterbacks. There's countless wide receivers with first round grades. And then these speed guys are always going to go early just because if they run a 4.3 40, they're getting taken in the first round, bro. Like, there's no question. There's a tight end out here, B+ spec catch, which is really damn good. I want to see his combine, though. Like, I might be able to fucking finagle that tight end into my offense with his C- catching traffic and C- catching. But that B+ spec catch, though. His combine's worth it. I might take a risk. There's also guys out here, like I said, bro, like that. There's offensive lineman depth through the roof. Like this guy right here, 6'4", 291 pounds, 21 years old. That would be so easy to just plug and play him, bro. Like, it's crazy. Ian Alto, that's an interesting name, but 22 years old. Bro, like, And there's guys down here that are good as well. B plus, impact block, run block, and pass block. All good numbers, man. I really want to know this guy. I'm like, if I did not have the D line that I have, I would take this guy, bro. No bullshit. A for hit power at D tackle. I would play him at D tackle, obviously. But yeah, yeah, he would be that guy, bro. Not gonna lie. Him as well. BJ Banks, A for hit power, 6'4", 308. Like, goddamn, insane, bro. Like, yeah, these, like I said, these are all guys that are gonna go early. No question about it. There's even a nose tackle with a second round grade. Like, that's crazy. Um, Linebackers, people love linebackers and speed at linebacker. Um, Crazy, bro. 3 picks in the first 2 rounds, 6 picks in the first 2 rounds is insane. I'm gonna love this draft. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for this video, man. I don't even know how long it is, to be honest, but that's it. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.